Hi, good morning. It's just coming up to 5:30. Got the car loaded. My location is entered in onto the map, and I'm about to hit the road for the first pike session of the 2024-25 season. I'm so excited! Well, we are set up and we are fishing. It's just coming up to 8 o'clock. Just getting some filming done of that spectacular sunrise, bit of drone work. It's great being out on a morning like this. These autumn mornings always give spectacular sunrises when you're here early, and it's looking like it's going to be a nice sunny day. But yeah, for those of you who've seen the channel before or watched some of the episodes before, you'll probably know where I am. I'm in Meath and on one of my favourite lakes that I like to fish. Normally I would finish my pike fishing season here on this lake, but I've decided this year to start here. Yeah, I like this place. It's never let me down. Fingers crossed it doesn't do that today. But yeah, I normally always catch on this place. A lot of pike in it, and it's just a great venue, great setup. Platform is brilliant for setting up on. It's a nice clean setup right beside the car park. Yeah, it's just it's one of them venues that just ticks all the boxes for me, especially for filming. Both rods are out on smelt, 150 yards out. We are a bit early, so the weed is still fairly thick here right in front of me. There is a weed bed that goes out about 150 metres, and we're fishing at the back of that weed bed. Yeah, I found that's where the pike patrol along the back of that weed bed. We've had a lot of success there before on previous trips, so hopefully today won't be any different. Yeah, as I said, both rods are out on smelt. I have lamprey with me, smelt, and some flavoured mackerel. So we're going to give them 3 baits. I always start on smelt. Smelt's my favourite, and but I've caught on all baits here, so I don't think it really matters. But smelt is my favourite bait. I always like to start on there, give it a first hour and a half there, moving the baits around. And if I don't get any pickups on that, I'll switch over to some lamprey on at least one of the rods anyway. So that's it. Rods are out. So hopefully we might get a take or two today and get a fish on the bank for our first pike session of the 24-25. A little bit of interest in this one on the right. This one's on smelt. Still there. Pick it up. Yep. And we're in. Yes. Now, just have to keep this high because we've got a fair bank of weed out there. It's just gone 9 o'clock. Let's keep it over for this side as well. It's got a fairly work it through. I don't want to drop it into that weed too much. Ooh, a couple of decent lunges on it. Feels a nice fish, I think. Oh, now that weed. So it's going to be hard to get it through this bank of weed. So to keep cranking it. I'm still in touch with it. There's the tail walk. Let's try to keep it up on near the surface because, as I said, I don't want to go down into that bank of weed too much. It's a fair old distance out. Come on, baby. There you go. Oh, it's a nice fish. Just try to keep it away from that other line. It's a long fish anyway. It's a long and lively one. Okay. Wow. Oh. Oh. Plenty of tail walking off it anyway. Right, we get this in. Oh, just about ready for the net. Get in. That's a decent pike. It's a double anyway. Definitely a double. Let me have a look. Oh yeah. It's definitely a double. Oh, very, very lively. Alright, calm down. Now, this is why these we unlock the traces. Now, so we can take the rod off and then bring the fish over in the net, over to the unhooker. That is a nice fish. That is a nice double. Right. Beautiful fish. Now, rest those hooks. Open your mouth for me, baby. Nicely done. It's just gone 9 o'clock and we are off the market in style for season 24-25. This beautiful pike, 14 pound 5 ounces, 93 centimeters. Absolute beautiful specimen. Taken on a nice piece of smelt. Yeah, she's an absolute beauty. I'd say this one will be well do 20 pound in the depths of the winter. Very long but very lean. Beautiful pike. Absolutely gorgeous. Look at that there. 14 pound 5 ounces. Get in, you dancer. What a way to start our pike season for this year. Get in. Whoa. That's a lively one. Get in. Right, I get it rested. It'll be plenty of time to rest and get it back in then, because I don't want to keep it out of the water too long. The water temperature is still in around 13 degrees, so don't want to keep it too long. Let's get it back. Thank you, baby. Thank you. Now, there's no rush. So they're resting the sling there. And off she goes. Oh yes. What a start to the new season. So guys, just going to give you a quick demonstration of how I hook on my dead baits. In this case, a smelt, little small smelt. No real nothing too complicated about it at all. I'm using semi-barbed trebles here, so one of the actual things will have a barb on it. One of the actual points will have a barb, and the other two have no barbs. So that's why it makes it semi-barb. And we use the barbed ones, are the ones with the little red flags on, and they're the ones that go into your bait fish. So there's the smelt here, and what I do is find a little bone, little hard bit in the tail here, and your first hook goes in there, and then down the body, flank of the fish, again the barbed hook, and that goes in there like that. So both sets of trebles, as you can see, are pointing the same way, one on the tail and one down there. And why that is because normally when pike will come and take the bait, they'll take it from the side, but they'll normally turn it and swallow it head first, and that way then your trace, your hooks are all pointing the correct way. So that's how I hook up my dead bait, my piece of smelt. Let's get it back here, see if we can get another one. Got a savage take on this one. Oh, you oh, wasn't the fish, it was the grebe, look. That's what they're called. I was looking at it in hook 'em. Another bite in this one. This is the one with the camera. And we're in. Yes. We're in on this one. Again, I'm gonna. Did he come off? I think he might come off. Oh no, still there. Just trying to get through that wee bank. Again, I have to keep it rod fairly high because there's a fair amount of weed out there. Ooh, there's a decent fish. Pull him back anyway. Oh no! Oh no! No, no, no! Oh no! I've just been snapped off, and I've been snapped off with the camera. I just lost me one. I just lost the €150 camera. Just got snapped off. Most likely from zebra mussels or something like that. Or I've just lost my water wolf camera with all the footage from today. The camera was €150, and that was a very, very good pike. Well guys, last half an hour, this has been an absolute nightmare. Everything that could go wrong did go wrong. I started having issues with my bait boat. I was only talking to the lads in the tackle shop yesterday saying I've never had an issue with it, and started having an issue with the switch on the bait boat, so I was sorting that out, and the right hand rod got a screamer of a run, unusually of a screamer of a run for pike fishing. and it turned out it wasn't a pike, it was a grebe. I think that's what they're called anyway. And Board Life picked up my bait and ran with it in 11 foot of water. But yeah, gave me a scream of a take. I was lucky I didn't hook it. If I had a hooked it, we would have been in a lot more trouble, but we didn't. So, as I was just talking about, a grebe taking me bait the first time, I started doing it again. Started doing me left hand rod this time. So yeah, grebe, picked up the bait in the right hand rod. I didn't hook the board, but it did pull it enough to give me a big run. I didn't know it was the board at the time, struck into it. Obviously moved on my bait, moved my positioning. So to bring it back in, I was trying to sort out the bait boat in order to put that rod back out. And while I was doing that, my left hand rod went off, and that was a run, that was a pike. And that was the one that had the Water Wolf camera on it. Struck into it, felt like a very, very good fish. We had the 14 pounder out earlier on today. So it felt as big as that. It was giving a lot of kicking back, a lot of lunges. I was trying to keep the rod high to keep it out of the weed as best I could. There's a massive weed bank. There's like 6 foot of weed. Probably about 10-12 wraps out. So when you come up that slope, you just hit a bank of weed that's 6 foot deep. And yeah, so the pike took me into that weed, and I don't know, while I was playing it, I don't know whether it was a knot, whether it was the braid rubbed off something, I don't know. But I got snapped off anyway and lost the Water Wolf camera, which I'm absolutely good about. Not only because of the camera and the cost of the camera, it's €150 for that thing, but not only for that, but for the footage I lost as well from today. I was looking at the footage earlier, and we had a couple of pickups and drops, runs, on which we had the footage for. I would have had the footage for that big pike, and it's all gone. So I'm absolutely gutted. And now I sit down to do a piece of the camera, and my left hand rod screams off, and it's that fucking grebe again. So they're obviously going up and down the same patrol route that I have the baits on. So now I have to see if I can get this bait boat working again, and see if I can get this back out on the spot again. I do feel like crying. Not never easy. Well, that's it, lads, on this session. It's just coming up to 20 to 7, and gonna call it a day. We've given it 12 hours. Unfortunately, we just had the one pike, which is a good pike, good start to the season. 14 pound 5 ounces, it was a good one. Pretty about the second one and losing the camera, but what can you do? But yeah, giving it a 12-hour session here in Meath. I got to take in the rods, and I'm going to head off. Normally I'd stay a bit later till it gets dark here, but I'm actually a little bit tired, so I'm going to reel these in. I'm going to hit the road, go home, have a nice glass of wine with the wife. So guys, as always, thanks for watching, and if you've enjoyed the episode, please do give a like, subscribe, and hit that bell to get the notifications when I do my next upload. And until then, if you're out on the bank, tight lines.